Hello, this is Andrew Gonzalez, Deputy City Attorney, presenting ordinance amending Oxnard City Code, Section 7-319, adding public areas to regulations on camping for the City Council meeting of April 30th, 2024. Recommendation that the City Council approve the first reading by title only and waive further reading of an ordinance amending Article 20 to Chapter 7 of the Oxnard City Code, Section 7-319, adding public areas to regulations on camping. For background, on September 4th, 2018, the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit issued a landmark decision in the case of Martin v. City of Boise, known as the Boise case. The ruling held that enforcement of anti-camping ordinances against homeless individuals who lack adequate shelter when no alternative shelter is available constitutes cruel and unusual punishment under the Eighth Amendment. This decision significantly impacted how municipalities across the Ninth Circuit, including California, address homelessness and related ordinances. Further background, in Johnson v. City of Grants Pass, decided on July 5th, 2023, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals held that the City of Grants Pass anti-camping ordinance, which prohibited the use of items necessary to facilitate things such as pillows and blankets outside on public property, violated the Eighth Amendment's cruel and unusual punishment clause. Johnson v. Cities of Grants Pass relied primarily on the constitutional limitations on anti-sleeping ordinance established in Boise. The decision in Johnson v. City of Grants Pass underscores the importance of ensuring that local ordinances align with constitutional protections for homeless individuals. Importantly, the Boise decision does not prevent local governments from prohibiting camping at particular times or in particular locations. Cities are allowed to impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions on camping under certain circumstances. Regarding the police department's resources, currently the police department's homeless liaison officers, HLOs, team has 4 officers, 1 corporal, and 1 sergeant dedicated to addressing issues of homelessness and vagrancy. In calendar year 2023, the HLO officers responded to more than 6,300 calls, including special requests submitted either via email, text, 311, or telephone, a 21% increase over the prior year. Over 8,195 calls for service involving unhoused persons were handled department-wide. Additionally, the majority of the police department's resources are spent on addressing homelessness and vagrancy issues, focused primarily in the public areas as defined in Oxnard City Code Section 7-319, along with the train tracks abutting Mercantile Street and the area surrounding the Mercy House shelter located at 351 South K Street, specifically the area bound by H Street to the east, Ventura Road to the west, 2nd Street to the north, and 5th Street to the south. The amount of time and effort spent in these locations by city resources are significantly disproportionate to the amount of time given to other problematic locations throughout the city. In 2023, the HLOs and patrol officers responded to the area surrounding the Mercy House shelter over 100 times to address these reoccurring issues, and now respond almost daily to this location. During this time, HLOs made over 250 arrests in the area for a variety of violations, including unlawful storage of property, narcotics violations, trespassing violations, and warrant arrests, including violations of parole and post-release community supervision. Regarding environmental resources, department's resources during the fiscal year July 1st, 2023 through April 5th, 2024, the Environmental Resources Department spent a total of 11,172 labor hours at the train tracks abutting Mercantile Street, consisting of 1 lead, 1 solid waste equipment operator, and 4 maintenance workers. The Environmental Resources Department removed approximately 105,760 pounds of abandoned property, loose trash, and debris from the homeless encampments located by the train tracks abutting Mercantile Street, as defined above. In the ordinance, encampments are frequently set up in this area, requiring weekly encampment cleanups by the city's Environmental Resources Department, supported by the HLOs during these cleanups. It is not uncommon to remove biohazards, including human and animal waste, as well as shrubs waste. Adding public areas to regulations on camping, the Homeless Solutions Center located at 2nd Street and B Street is expected to open in the near future. This location sits just outside the central business district and therefore is not defined as a public area for the purposes of prohibiting camping. To provide for the safety and welfare of those who live and work in this area, it is the intent of the city to expand the central business district to Magnolia Avenue to the north, with all other existing boundaries. The previous definition of the central business district is located on this slide. It specifically defines an area in the city that is bounded by West 2nd Street to the north and the north side of Woolley Road to the south. The area is bounded to the west by the west side of C Street from West 2nd Street to West 3rd Street, the west alley of C Street from West 3rd Street to West 6th Street, and the west side of C Street from West 6th Street to Woolley Road to the west. The area is bounded to the east by the Oxnard Transit Center, property's easternmost edge, and east alley of Meadow Street, the east alley of Oxnard Boulevard from East 7th Street to Driffle Boulevard, and the west side of Donlin Avenue from Driffle Boulevard to the north side of Woolley Road. The amended definition will remove West 2nd Street and add Magnolia Avenue, and remove 2nd and include 1st Street. The previous definition of public areas reads as the Central Business District, the Oxnard Transit Center, Community Center Park East, Community Center Park West, and Wilson Park. The amended definition will remove "and" between Community Center Park West and Wilson Park and include the area of K Street between 2nd Street and 5th Street and the train tracks abutting Mercantile Street, the area encompassing 35.94 meters to the east and west of the train tracks abutting Mercantile Street, bounded by fencing, bounded to the north by the south of East Woolley Road, and bounded to the south by the north of the Pacific Coast Highway. Please note that the Supreme Court of the United States declined to take up Boise in 2019, but since then homelessness rates have climbed and street encampments have grown larger and have expanded to new places. Post-Boise, Grants Pass petitioned the Supreme Court of the United States for review. Its appeal drew support from dozens of local and state officials across the West and elsewhere who urged the justices to take the case. Among those filing such friend of the court briefs are Idaho, Montana, and Nebraska, as well as the cities of Los Angeles and San Francisco, plus a separate brief from Governor Newsom. The Supreme Court of the United States will issue a ruling on Grants Pass in the coming months. This concludes the presentation. Staff is available for any questions. Thank you.